Alrighty, what's up, folks, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to my first podcast that I'm gonna do by myself. I just like podcasting. I have this fear that, like, all these grown ass men, like in their 30s and 40s and 50s, like, say how stupid, um, people are when they're young, and like I think I've heard some people discourage you from trying to do a podcast when you're like 20 because, like, why would you try to record and document your stupidity? Why would you want to document your stupidity? So maybe might not be the best idea. I don't know, but I'm at least putting it on a YouTube channel that no one cares about right now. So I guess I'll just figure out later if this is a mistake or not. Or maybe I can do multiple drafts or like multiple tries or whatnot. But yeah, so here I am. I didn't even know what I was supposed to talk about. But I just felt like doing a podcast, Maybe I'll just make this like a short, quick half-hour podcast, all right? Um, so, my day's good. Um, I tried shrooms for the first time last night, and I intend to try shrooms for the eighth time next week. Um, just to give myself a little bit more breathing room. It's funny, like, how people say, like, marijuana is a gateway drug. And, like, sure, that is one of the first things that I tried, but, like, I wanted to do shrooms, LSD, everything before I wanted to even smoke weed. And so, excuse me for wanting to crawl before I walk and walk before I run and run before I fly in the clouds with all the other space rangers. Like, I think there should be steps, I think we should all take steps. Yeah. Like, I want to have fun before I forget my name. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, my mind is remarkably blank right now, but we can get through this because I believe in myself. I don't really plan on telling anybody about this. If I post it, I'm just gonna post it and let the world have it. And I don't think I'm gonna tell any of my friends that hey, look, I made a podcast or whatnot. I'm just gonna post it, and whoever sees it sees it, and whoever doesn't see it, well, they're probably not gonna lose any IQ points. So good for them. More power to them. It's also funny to me that, like, making a podcast, like all the professional ones, they have really good microphones and headsets and those weird soundboards where they just like change the audio. I don't understand why. Like, I feel like all you need is a good microphone and that's it. I'm just using my phone right now because, like, why would I invest all that money into something that I barely use or barely care about? You know what I mean? So I think I just want to just do it a little bit and not have to worry about the price. And then just later on, if I like it more, I'll invest more money into it. That's what makes sense to me. Um, yeah, so I'm just here chilling. What's interesting is that sound is I'm very, very sensitive to sound on mushrooms. And there's this little water filter for the fish tank in my bedroom, and I barely notice it when I was sober, but when I took shrooms, it was really annoying and really loud to me. And now that I'm sober, for some reason it's still annoying. So I don't understand why I couldn't just go back to the way it used to be. Now it's still annoying. Now I notice it. And I just hate that. I just want to unplug the filter, just kill the fish, and just be done with it, Make some stir fry. Um It'll be a very small plate of stir fry, but maybe that'll be fine. Um what's more to talk about? Well, this is fun. This is really nice. I'm glad that we're here. What's interesting about podcasts to me is that especially by yourself. I'm literally just guided by thoughts. And through meditating, I found that you are not your thoughts, and thoughts just kind of happen in your brain by themselves pretty much. And it's almost like breathing. Like it's a natural process. And until you think about how you're breathing, then you start doing it manually. But whatever. Um, or we're thinking, is thinking the same way? I think it is the same way. But like thoughts just kind of come and go, come and go, come and go, and they're not that important until you're trying to achieve something, basically. But when you're just sitting there talking for like half an hour, and all you have is your thoughts to go off of, it just goes into weird rabbit holes because your thoughts are very random, especially if you're just sitting in a room by yourself. You know what I mean? I don't. I wonder if you could hear that because my ringtone just went off. I guess there are no rules. I guess I can look at my phone when I do this. What did this dude say? Oh yeah. Just my friend Derek being a goof. Anyways, yeah. I'm just checking Bitcoin because that thing is supposed to take off, and I have an absurd amount of money invested into it, and it's really down, and it won't go back up. It just keeps going up and down like $200 or $300, but it won't go back up. But thankfully, it won't go below 7,000, which is really nice. No, I don't have $7,000 invested. I just have. I don't want to say how much I have invested, but each Bitcoin is worth around the 7,000 right now. And last year, at around I think May or so, maybe a little bit before that, Bitcoin was worth less than 6,000, but then it shot up to 6,000. So I invested a bunch of money, and then it shot up to 12,000, and then it went back to 7,000, and it hasn't gone back up. But thankfully, it hasn't gone back down past that point either. So I still have faith in it. What's also funny to me is I lost like $20 with a Tesla stock because I bought it at like 290 and then I sold it at like 270. And then it just kept going down and down, and it went to like 190 or so, or maybe like $200. It just dropped in value. But then it literally doubled in value. It literally doubled in value and went up to it's like 430 right now. We could check. Fucking and I lost out on all of that. It's $444. That's so annoying. I invested my tax return. That's where I got the money. I was just like, you know what? This is free money. I should invest it. And I invested it in a bunch of stuff. I invested in Microsoft, and I eventually sold Microsoft, which I made money that made up for the Tesla and then some. I sold a Netflix stock, because I just had no faith in it. It went down and then it came back up, and the Disney Plus started to come out, and I was like, you know what? I don't really want this anymore. And so I just sold it, and I think Netflix is still down. I don't think Netflix has recovered that much, at least. Yeah, it's still 3226. I think I bought it at like 380, around there, and then it went down and then it went back up. Stuff like that. But yeah, enough about stocks. I know that if you're not interested at all in them, you probably don't give a shit. But I don't know. I do. I think it makes you money when you're not looking at it. And that's really cool. Until it doesn't, and then you just lose a bunch of money. Yeah, at the peak of my investment was worth 6,249. It's worth 3,500. So I've lost quite a bit of money. I know I didn't want to say how much I invested, but actually I didn't say how much I invested. I didn't say. But I say what the losses are. But I think that they're going to come back up. I really do. I just don't know when. And I want it to be fast, because I'm going to have like $0 in my bank account because I'm buying tuition for a college that I don't really understand the purpose of. And I think that that's bad. but I also don't know what I'm doing about anything. So I think I'm at least minimum going to go one more semester. And if I still, that's a good idea. If I still, after one whole semester, just can't stand it anymore and I just don't want to do it, then I think it's not worth it. Even though I dumped a bunch of money into it, I think that it's not worth it at that point. And what I would do after that is I would just save a bunch of money and just figure out another way to understand how to run a business and just move with that, I think. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing. The only thing I know about is comedy for sure. And I also love podcast. I really like podcasting. Podcasting is more fun when you have another person because then your thoughts, at least, because right now my thoughts are just going off unchecked. And I could be saying a bunch of stuff that a lawyer would be upset about. But like if I had a lawyer, my lawyer would be upset about me talking about. But anyways, if I were talking to someone else, we would actually be talking about something, and that would be really cool. But right now, I'm just guided by my thoughts, and I don't know, looking at stuff kind of really influences how I think, I guess. I could talk about that. I honestly don't even know what this podcast is supposed to be about. I just wanted to talk for a little bit, and I think that that's okay, especially if no one listens. But besides me, I'm probably going to listen to this a bunch. I I'm not I'm I'm not narcissistic, I swear, but I love the sound of my own voice. Um I don't know, I just like to hear what I have to say. Not entirely. Sometimes I don't. A lot of times I don't have any patience to listen to myself and I just don't want to do it. But then other times I do it to kind of like learn because I've done a podcast or two and I just like wanted to learn like how to do podcasts better, or like I'll just like think about it and whatnot, and I'll listen to the podcast. I don't think about what I said or how I could have said it better or whatnot. But yeah, your teacher's gonna sue you. That's weird. Well, I guess I shouldn't whisper to myself. I don't think I should keep secrets from you. That's funny. That's what I called it. I haven't, oh, I haven't looked at my YouTube channel in a long time. Maybe I'll rewatch those videos. That'll probably be a lot of fun. But I need to make more videos. I'm gonna make a video here in the next week or two. Um, it's gonna be fun. Um, I just hope. I don't know. It's just I like had a vision for how to do it back in July, and then like I postponed it, and then now I don't know if I have the same vision or not, or if that matters. But I don't know. I'll just throw something together, and if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, you know what? Then it's bad, and I'll just make a new one, or I'll just redo it or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. I'll just do it. I just need to do something. You know what I mean? Looking at pictures now to like have an idea of what to talk about. You know what? Concerts are amazing, and I like honestly didn't understand what I was missing out on because I never went to concerts, and I was like, what's the point even? Like, how would I even have fun? And that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever thought, but I thought it. I don't know. I would have rather went to a comedy show or whatnot, and I did. I did. I went to two comedy shows this year, or 2019. I guess it's 2020 now. Oh boy, I'm dying. I'm dying soon. Um, but anyways, that is a satisfying feeling. I think I'm gonna delete a bunch of pictures that I took throughout the semester that I don't need anymore because they're useless. All right, I'll just keep some for the memory, I guess. Move to trash. Move to. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do this now because you know what? When else am I gonna have a second to not look at memes and to just be productive? I don't know when I'm gonna have that second. That's a precious picture. I need to keep that. A picture of my girlfriend. Yes, that's. Oh God, if she listens, hi. Uh, How are you doing? I don't want, should I say the name? I don't know if I should say the name. Like no one's listening, but like I don't know. Just keep it to myself. You know, cuz like what if I say the wrong name and she finds out that I have a second girlfriend? You know? Just kidding. I am 100% kidding. I'm not kidding. No, I'm 100% kidding. I'm just trying to be funny. Um, Trying is a keyword, not maybe not succeeding. I don't know. Who wonder if someone will think this is funny? Maybe, maybe not. Um, so yeah, I'm just like dealing with life and whatnot. I don't know if this is the most entertaining podcast, so I think I should tell stories or something. Something, you know? Like I remember in Mexico, we put firecrackers in a glass bottle and made it explode. Not the smartest idea. I don't know. Like it's a cool idea to make something explode, but like, you know, like we shouldn't make glass shards come our way. And that was stupid. Thankfully, no one got hurt or whatnot. Um, I went to a mini concert recently where so I was trying to do an open mic and do some stand up at this cafe, but that night for some reason they were doing a mini concert instead of an open mic night, and I went there and I just saw these dudes performing, and it was kind of weird because like the dudes that were performing were honestly weird because they were just so awkward looking. Like they all had straight faces and they were just like just trying to get through it, man. They weren't even putting on a good performance. I guess that's what you get. You get what you paid for. It was free. Um, but I don't know. It's just interesting to me. Like people like don't understand sometimes when they're like really nervous in front of a crowd. They like don't seem to understand how they're coming off. Um, you know, and I don't want to talk too much shit. Maybe I probably don't understand how I come off very much, but I don't know. It's just interesting. Like people like aren't self-aware a lot of times and they don't really understand how they're coming off. But that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. Um, what's new? But anyways, with the concert, it was actually, but it was cool to like stop in and like just see a concert, like just people perform music. I just love seeing but people perform music. It's really fun. Like even if they're not that good, it's honestly still fun. And yeah, that's just it's just fun. Although what I will say about small concerts is I've been to like three small concerts, and every single time, without fail, the music is way too loud. Like I don't understand how they don't understand that the music is not of good sound quality. Like we went to this I saw this one band called Okie Dokie. They were a good band. They had good music, but it was so loud. And like so you couldn't I couldn't really like take in the music fully. And then I listened to it on Spotify and I'm like this is amazing music. But like it's not good live. And that's really whack. That's not good. They should like fix that. But like I don't understand why small concerts are like that. They're like we need to make it loud. But like especially the small concerts that I've been to, they didn't even need that big of speakers like to play that loud. But it was just so unnecessary. But they just played really, really loud. And then the concert that I went to, the cafe, when I left, my ears were ringing. I couldn't hear very well, which is not good for my ears. And but I don't know. I mean, it's not like too harmful, like once or twice in your life, whatever. But like, it was just annoying because like I would have enjoyed that way more had I been able to hear fully what they because like I couldn't even hear the lyrics of the songs. So there's that. I don't know, man. That's my take on small concerts. I'm glad everyone was here for me to fill them in on it. But yeah. What's new? I haven't. smoked weed since New Year's, and my brain feels a little bit less foggy already. It's really nice. I just I just hate how foggy it makes your brain. It's such a shame. I wish it didn't make my brain like that. That's why I need to take a quick break from it. I think I'm gonna take a month break from it at least. That might be hard. There's like literal weed like staring at me in the face right now. Um, yeah, my lawyer is really happy with me right now. Um, good thing not a whole lot of people listening to it. That's a thing. Like, I'll say right now that I consume cannabis, all sorts of psychedelics, because in my heart of hearts, I know that I'm being safe as long as I'm in a safe environment and I'm not like, just, I know how to trip, bro. It's not that hard. You just need to know what you're doing. Like, watch a bunch of YouTube videos and they give you advice on how to do it. There's plenty of good advice out there. There's so many different takes on how to do it, but like, most of them are good, just pieces of advice. All in all, you follow them, you'll have a good time. Test your drugs. I need to practice what I preach on that last little bit, but whatever. Um, but like, eventually, if all goes according to plan, I'm gonna gain a little bit of notoriety for the jokes that I say and the podcasts that I do and my thoughts and whatnot. And like, at that point, I would have to try to hide the fact that I do that from the parents, but I don't know how do that because like I just want to be who I am, I don't want to hide it at all. But I also value my parents more than I value any drug. Um so I don't know. I'm just kind of caught in the crossroads. I guess I'll have to figure that out later. But hopefully I don't figure it out when it's too late. I don't know. But that's just the thought that I have about life in general. Like how do you hide who you are, but like have fun at the same time? I don't know. Um, Shrooms did not make my brain foggy, although I am slightly tired emotionally right now. But that's honestly fine. Today's gonna be a chill day. I go to work, but like that's not a big deal. I can kind of do it in my sleep at this point. Um, yeah, just going through the old thought noggin thing. There's a thing in my head that's a brain, and it's supposed to produce thoughts, but a lot of times it doesn't, and it so especially during important times when I'm supposed to be talking. But whatever. I mean, I think this is more of a practice podcast than anything. It reminds me how this is actual like work, even though many people might not think so. This is actual work. You actually like, trying to like produce something intelligently said, and like podcasting is such an interesting thing because you're just talking. You just talk. That's it. That's all you do. But what you talk about is very important. A lot of times, I've told people I want to do a podcast. Most of them ask, "What's your podcast about?" And what's funny is most of the podcasts that I enjoy, I just like to enjoy people bullshitting. I like to just like sure I would like to learn some things from it, and that's really cool. But I'd also rather just hear people bullshitting. And so that's kind of what I like to do with my podcast. At least right now. I don't think that it helps that all I'm doing is bullshitting in terms of me documenting my stupidity. But I don't know. It's more fun, and so I like it more. I think that's what I'm gonna title this, documenting my stupidity. I think that's a good idea. Um, oh, there it is. Yeah, because I lost the little pill that I was looking for. There we go. I'm also doing a challenge right now. I guess I could talk about that. I am currently drinking water right now, but I'm also only drinking water for the entire month of January 2020. It's a challenge. It's only day 3, and it honestly feels like I've only been drinking water for a week. It's been a long time. Uh, but I don't know. I'll get through it. I just wanted to do a challenge. Like, I just wanted to be healthier, you know? I want to work out later. At least for like 10 or 15 minutes. Just do something. Like, I just don't like to not work out, but I also don't like to work out. Like, I don't like the actual act of working out a lot of times. But I also don't like just being a slob and not working out. A lot of times I'm just like laying around and my just body just feels like it needs to stretch and move around. And like it just feels like I'm just not getting into it enough. Maybe I could like make a certain routine where I work out a bunch and then I take a break, and then I work out a bunch and then I take a break, or something like that. I don't know. I am told that you shouldn't go more than 3 days without working out because then you just start to lose your conditioning and everything, and it just like all your progress just starts to go away, which really sucks because I don't want to work out that frequently. It just doesn't make me feel that good. Um, I just don't like how uncomfortable I am when I'm working out. That's the main thing. I'm so uncomfortable, especially at the gym. At least if I could just work out here at home, that would be a lot more comfortable. I guess I could just do that. I don't know. But also there comes the con of not having all the great equipment that I would have at the university. I'm at their gym. But I don't know, man. But yeah, I should work out though. Like I'm like energetic. But anyways, I've only been drinking water till I just wanted to do something healthier, you know. I drink a lot of soda and a lot of tea and lemonade, but I also drink a lot of water. I am consistent with drinking water, but replacing soda and all sugary drinks and just everything, alcohol even, with just water, I thought would be a good idea. And so far, I feel better. I can't tell if it's placebo, like if I just like think that I feel better or whatnot, but I don't know, man. I just feel kind of better. I'll wait a few days to like see how I feel then to see if this is actually making a difference. Maybe in a month, maybe it'll actually make a profound difference, and then I'll drink soda and I'll feel like shit or something like that. I don't know, but I do need to drink water a bunch and then go through periods of time of not drinking any water and then periods of time of just drinking water, and I want to see how each one makes me feel, like to like notice the actual difference. For the most part after this, I think that I'm going to mainly keep drinking water because even if it doesn't make me feel better, I feel like it's way healthier, and so I want to do that more. That's kind of my New Year's resolution. My other New Year's resolution, and I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this up because, like, this is a resolution that I'm okay with not keeping up because I honestly don't know what I'm doing with it. But I think that I want to go back to having this rule where I used to have this rule where I would only smoke weed if it was just offered to me. So, like, I would never have weed with me in my house, and I would never just smoke it like day in and day out, and so I would only do it every now and then. And that was fun. It was slightly annoying because I just couldn't. I don't know. I would just get bored, and I just would want it. Um, and then also when I would get high, I would get blasted because I don't know when this is gonna happen again. So like, I might as well get my money's worth here. You know what I mean? So I should really cash in and try to get as much as I can for right now. And so I would just get obliterated whenever I would smoke. And that's not the best idea. Sometimes you just don't want to smoke that much. And like it's harder to do that when you're doing it less. At least for me. At least in the past. But So that's the main con that I have with it. But I think I want to do that because I want to have more productivity, and just just enjoy life sober more often. Like lately I've just been going out and just smoking, and like it almost felt like I had to smoke to go out and have fun. But like you don't. You can be sober, and I want to be sober for periods of time. So I guess I'll just check it as I go. But I don't, because I don't really know how it's gonna be, or like if it will really make things that much better in terms of productivity. It probably will, because I actually focus more, and I actually like focus more on productive things when I'm more sober. So I guess there's that. Um, if anyone listened to this, I hope you enjoyed. Especially if you listened to the ending. Man, bro, you're a winner. You're awesome. If you actually listen to the ending, I really appreciate it. Um, if you didn't though, well, hi Jordan. How's it going? You're the only one listening right now. How does that make you feel? Probably pretty fucking good. You probably feel like the fucking man. You should. Um, but yeah, thank you. Thank you for helping me document my stupidity. I will see you in the next episode. 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 Episode.